Every 6 minutes, someone, somewhere on Earth sees a UFO. We look high like summer sun, yellowing around. Now, I know there's a lot of cynics out there that would say that UFO spotters are complete raving lunatics. You know, the idea of us being visited by aliens from another planet, you know, there's more chance of me becoming Prime Minister. But is believing in something that most people find ridiculous really that stupid?
And if you did discover and contact life elsewhere, it would be the greatest thing for mankind that ever happened.
So the big question is, are we alone in the universe? I want to believe that we're not. So I'm going to go on a journey. And I'm going to meet the people who are brave enough to try and prove it.
Well, I think that another worldly intelligence is actually focused into the planets themselves.
All makes sense to me, son. There's no trace of the head.
No.
If I come along and just say aliens are doing this, do people think that I'm, you know, a nutcase?
You know, I want to believe.
Yeah, you'll see one tonight, I'm sure.
My name's Danny Dyer, and I believe in UFOs. What is that? Before I set out on this journey, I need to know the odds I'm up against. Is my dream that we're not alone in the universe science fact or science fiction? We're on our way to meet a very, very intelligent man. A man I was brought up watching. A very old man now, unfortunately. I think he's 86 years of age. Sir Patrick Moore.
Here we have many of the mountains and craters. There's the Sea of Crises, the one that I showed you on the Lunic pictures. There's a well-known crater, Ptolemy, nearly 100 miles across.
I mean, it's a bit of a moment for me. I'm a bit nervous just because of his intelligence and how much he knows about space and, you know, planets and how little I know. And so, you know, I don't want to come at him with a UFO thing because he just might throw me out of his house. Look at all the stuff he's got up here now. These caricatures of ideas of... I mean, look at that. Love that. You know, what does it all mean? What does it all mean? This is what intrigues me, because I'm going to think he's going to be very sort of anti-alien, you know, greys, all this sort of stuff. He's more scientific about it. But look, he's smothered his walls with all this sort of stuff. You know? Fascinating, look at it. Sir Patrick, how are you, sir? So I'm going to ask you straight away, I mean, do you believe there is intelligent life elsewhere in the universe?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Tell you why. Our sun is one of 100,000 million stars in our galaxy. Our galaxy, well, we can see 1,000 million galaxies. So the number of stars known to exist is colossal. And we know now many of these have planets, and there must be many where life could appear. What we don't know is this. Find a world where life could appear, will it? That's what we haven't proved. Seeing is one thing, and proving is quite another.
This is the thing. I mean, there has to be. I mean, it's a ridiculous idea.
I quite agree.
There can't be.
I quite agree.
So, I mean, do you believe that aliens have visited Earth?
There's no proof that they have. But if an alien had come here a million years ago, which is a very short time, he'd have found no trace of intelligent life. I'm not sure he would know, imagine.
No, to be fair, mate, yeah, I don't think it's a good time for him to visit at the moment.
I don't.
I mean, what are the chances, do you think, that we're going to find intelligent life, you know, given the vastness of space?
The general consensus is there must be life up there. We must try to find it. The chances are very slim, but they're not nil.
No.
If we don't try, there's no chance at all.
Well, of course, we've got to try, haven't we? We have to try.
Right.
You give me confidence, really. You've not shattered me dreams. You've not basically told me, you know, you're running around on a wild goose chase, which means a lot to me. And
if you did discover and contact life elsewhere, it would be the greatest thing for mankind that ever happened. And it's not impossible. The chances are low, we know that.
Patrick, been a real moment for me.
Nice to see you.
I thank you so much. I've learnt a lot.
Nice to see you.
Beautiful. I'm gonna leave you to it. The cricket's on, clearly. Love a bit of cricket. I love that. He's got a drop of wine in front of him. Good luck with everything, okay?
And to you.
True gentleman. I thought he was going to totally put me off the whole thing and say that I've been looking at the stars for a long, long time and, you know, there's nothing going on, boy, forget it. But he hasn't. He's not said that to me, you know. He's saying that there's definitely things going on out there and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Space exploration,
the bad news is, gathering hard evidence for alien life ain't going to be easy. Just because you've seen something weird in the sky, it doesn't necessarily follow that aliens are involved.
I see you in my star.
If we look at the most common things that cause UFO reports, you're looking at things such as bright planets like Mars, low on the horizon. You're looking at aircraft seen from unusual angles that are coming into land with landing lights flashing. There are weird meteorological phenomena that are very, very rare, things like ball lightning, which is a big sphere of incandescent light that can appear and disappear, behave in a very bizarre manner. Most recently, we've had a craze right across the country, people releasing what are known as Chinese lanterns, which are effectively mini hot air balloons. You know, people are seeing these Chinese lanterns, and because they're unfamiliar, they're thinking that there's something supernatural.
With so much stuff going on up here, it's going to be really hard to nail a UFO. So I'm going to start my search for signs of extraterrestrial life by keeping my feet firmly on the ground. I'm on my way to look at a very British phenomenon that's been causing a bit of a rumble for years.
They've baffled scientists and farmers for centuries.
Although they may be secrets, they may show your weakness. Well, are they really true? Well, are they really true? Don't tell your mates on the council estate.
And I'd honestly like to think that they are made by aliens. That's just me. That's the way I am, though. And I want to believe in that fantasy, you know. And I'm interested to see about what the people have got to say and why they feel aliens are doing it, and also the people that just absolutely think it's complete rubbish. You know, the alien believers. You know, they feel the people that say that it's a hoax. A bit disrespectful, really. You know, they're saying that they're all. You know, it makes them look stupid. Makes them look like it makes them look like a bunch of lunatics. It'd be nice to be running about with a few hippies. Meet you. Pleasure.
You're going to come kitted out for it?
No, you've only got a pair of flip-flops on. So I feel a bit better now. I've gone for the whitest trainers I've got. This part of Britain is the world's crop circle hotspot. There's been nearly 70 already this year, and Gary's taking me up to one of the biggest there's ever been, and it only came down a couple of nights ago. Wow. You feel something special's happened here, didn't you?
You feel that,
you can't be, yeah, a little bit, yeah. It's just, how would you do that as a human being? How would you, it's just ridiculous. What sort of machine could you use?
Well, they say, the people who say they make it say they do it with these stamping boards, but this wheat's still alive. In the barley formations, it grows back up within a couple of days, so it's undamaged.
Really?
Yeah. You look at the straight lines, though, and the precision of it, you'll see it's laid in different directions, which gives contrast from the air, so there's even attention to detail about a look from the air, which is again another dimension of it. One of the things we've noticed is that the nodes of the wheat, I'll pull one out to show you. See these nodes? And these nodes have got little holes in them where steam has had to escape. And the scientist who's done all the analysis has basically put a bit of wheat in a microwave, and it does this. It causes that to happen, it causes it to grow. Same sort of thing. And if you zap it for too long, then the steam, because it heats up from the inside, needs to escape, so it causes these holes. We found these in hundreds and hundreds of crop circles. So there's some mechanism which seems to be heating up the wheat.
It's hot, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Gary has convinced me that a bunch of blokes larking about couldn't have done all this. But I don't quite get the connection between crop circles and extraterrestrials. Luckily, there's a man coming up the hill who does.
Well, I think that energy and information, whether it's a legacy from our past or an otherworldly intelligence, is actually focused into the plants themselves.
All makes sense to me, son. All makes sense to me. You come across any circles that you would have thought are done by humans, or are they all totally from that mob up there?
Why would you go to the trouble of changing the direction of the lay of the crop there, and here, and there, and here, and then tufting it into a weave? Why would you do that?
Yeah, I could actually just be running around with a couple of complete insane lunatics, you know, that are just wrapped up in this mad fantasy mystery world, but actually, you know, maybe these people know what they're talking about. You know, someone needs to try and explain it. What are you meant to do? Just ignore it? Have nothing to do with it? You know, like most people do on this earth, very small percentage who really take these things seriously. I mean, the same here. I was the same. I'd open a newspaper, I'd have a look at a crop circle and go, oh, that looks a bit mad. Turn the page, have a look at a pair of tits. I've heard there's a pub round here where some of the geezers who say they make the circles hang out. Because I'm so convinced that aliens have had their little green hands in all of this, I'm going to get in there and have a little natter.
Crop circles in England, decades of designs. Is it some kind of mockery or some kind of sign?
Matthew?
Hello, Danny.
Hello, sunshine. How you doing? So
not too bad.
It's a strong shirt you got on there, first of all.
Strong shirt.
Lovely.
Strong day.
Now look, I've just experienced my first crop circle. Went up the hill, walked in it, a bit of a moment for me. Didn't know how I felt about it before. Now, I've been spending time with people that believe, obviously it's that mob.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was very impressed by how intricate they were, and their designs are very clever. You're going to tell me otherwise, aren't you? I mean, what do you believe? What do you believe these crop circles are about?
Generally, yeah, I think you could say people are really doing this.
So you're saying that every crop circle that's ever been made is by humans?
Well, there's a couple that appear every year and we don't know who makes them, you know, but they are in the minor numbers and they're usually the simpler designs. Everything that's done by people is complicated geometry.
How many people would it take then to do, you know, 400 feet, say? I mean, what are you looking at?
Well, 400 foot, you need about 3 people and maybe 5 hours at night. If it was complicated, you add more people.
How many people?
Well, about three people. You could do a 400.
3 people?
Yeah. But you'd be working hard.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't think so. I've just been to the one, I can't remember what it's called, the one that's 1,500 foot. Right. One that's been added 2-3 times. Okay. Is that down to you then, is it, Tim? Or can't you admit that in case you get...
I can't really admit anything because it's illegal activity, yeah. Get nicked. Criminal damage.
How's you getting banged up for that? What are you in for, mate? Yeah, crop circles.
Nice picture in the field.
Lost about 2 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you shattered me fucking myth here, look.
Laid out in the wheat fields, under open skies. It doesn't take me too much to begin to wonder why. Are we living here all alone or are we...
See, I didn't expect that. I thought I was going to go in there all guns blazing and go and listen, there's aliens. You know, the fuck you think you are? You know, there's aliens out there. It's impossible for men to do that, but actually talking to them, it's easy to get sucked in on it. I don't want to just think it's some geezer, you know, with his arse hanging out, running around putting bits of wood on the floor. Of course, you want to look, you want the fantasy, but it's just confused me even more. Really, I don't want to write it off.
Well, there's a couple that appear every year, and we don't know who makes them.
See these nodes? There's some mechanism which seems to be heating up the wheat.
You know, because I do want to believe there's shit going on up there, and you know, we're on the verge of something massive. But at the same time, you know, let's not underestimate human beings.
It looks like my search for hard evidence that aliens exist isn't going to be straightforward. But I've just heard about something so mysterious, even UFO skeptics struggle to explain it. Across the world, cases of animal mutilation have been linked to sinister alien activity.
His cow found dead along the Purgatory River. Her udders and reproductive organs missing.
Over several decades, it's been claimed that a strange series of animal deaths have a UFO connection. Ranchers have found horses and cattle dead in mysterious circumstances. In some cases, there are strange wounds to these animals, which look as if they've been caused by a laser, very precise cuts. Some of the carcasses have apparently been completely drained of blood. Other people have reported strange things in the vicinity of areas where these deaths have taken place. Lights in the sky, UFO sightings, and many people think that extraterrestrials are effectively harvesting these unfortunate animals, removing biological material, removing genetic material, and using this in some sort of breeding program that they're undertaking.
I've hooked up with Phil Hoyle, who heads up the Animal Pathology Field Unit. After dozens of sightings of strange lights above farmland, Shropshire has become known as a hive of UFO activity. Phil believes that aliens could be responsible for a string of bizarre animal deaths here, and is visiting local farmers whose livestock may be at risk from attack.
Hello. My name's Phil Hoyle, and I'm from the Animal Pathology Field Unit. And we are a privately investigative unit looking into unusual animal deaths and disappearances in the county. We just want to know if you've had any unusual disappearances or any animals that might have been found with certain characteristics on the carcasses.
Yes, I have seen sheep.
Yeah.
Like that, and I can show you photographs I've got of sheep like this.
Right. Well, what always puzzles us is how the perpetrators can access the area. At times this would indicate that these animals have been sampled by something that's aerial. And even with helicopters, some of it would be difficult to access. So it's quite puzzling that we can never determine who's doing this or what.
You were talking about it has to have come from the air, and you said it certainly can't be a helicopter and all that. So you're almost giving him little hints.
I am, yeah.
Little.
I'm trying to set him up, you see, because
he didn't go over them. I mean, what do you mean? What can it be then?
Yeah.
Come from the air?
Yeah. If I come along and just say aliens are doing this, the people think that I'm, in a nutcase,
Complete crackpot, and they think, oh.
Right, we go through a process of elimination, and when the farmers come through that elimination process with us, they realise that it can't be done by predators or the village idiot.
Yeah. It isn't showing round the head, it's showing more the throat.
No blood.
No blood seen. No. Like having had his head completely removed.
That's just something that's indicative of it, yeah. I'm not carrying shot to that. There's a decapitation sometimes even with calves.
There's no trace of the head?
No.
And the head's never found, never are they. And see, the predator wouldn't want the head. See, there's no value to a predator.
Right.
Okay, thanks very much for your time. Cheers now. Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. I feel like one of the, feel like a Ghostbuster. This is a random farm we've picked, You may think we've set this up a little bit. It looks like we've set it up, but Phil's never been to this farm before. It's definitely real and it's definitely going on, isn't it? We can't deny that.
These attacks are pretty gruesome, But there are no eyewitness accounts to prove that aliens are responsible. I need to find someone who's actually seen a real-life alien with their own eyes. Maybe the evidence of someone who's been abducted will help me believe that alien visitors have season tickets to planet Earth.
What do you want? What are you doing? They're pulling us up. Run, Wolf, run!
In the early 1960s, Betty and Barney Hill had an experience of missing time, which followed having seen what they took to be a flying saucer following them as they were on a long car journey. They actually underwent hypnotic regression.
We both described under hypnosis of the car coming to a complete halt, the electrical system dying out, a cluster of men on the highway coming toward us.
Where they tried to insert an instrument, needle-like instrument, just below my navel. And this caused pain.
That initial story of having been abducted by aliens, taken on board a spaceship, being medically examined. In other words, the classic alien abduction scenario actually kind of provided a template for stories which were to follow.
To America, the alien abduction capital of the world. I'm on the trail of a man who's had more close encounters than anyone else on the planet. The media over here are really excited about a guy called Stan Romanek, who says he's got footage of a real-life alien.
That's right, Stan Romanek joins us live from Denver, Colorado this morning. We have a picture of what you saw out of your window, which you claim is a space alien.
When you look at the video, you can see the facial features move, you can see the eyes blink.
For skeptics out there, they need to see proof. They need evidence.
I've been attacked. Oh, this is a fact.
Before I meet him, time for a spot of breakfast.
Sets you up nicely for the day, doesn't it, eh? Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, and that's my little side order there.
So I'm in America, Colorado. I'm about to drive an hour north to a place called Loveland to meet a guy called Stan, the most famous alien abductee in America. I don't know, though, I just feel a little bit suspicious about it. So I'm going to go and spend the day with him, try and learn a little bit about him, try and suss him out a little bit. You know, hopefully he is telling the truth.
Stan claims that over the last 10 years he's been visited by aliens many times, and that they've put implants under his skin as part of a program of secret experiments. You wouldn't expect all of this to be going on in a cul-de-sac.
No bell, buzzer. Stan?
Hello.
How are you, brother? Danny.
Hello, Danny.
Pleasure to meet you, sunshine.
Come on in.
How you doing? You all right? So this is your little study. This is your.
Yeah, this is my office.
Out, is it? You know, loving the blinds.
Stan's promised to show me some footage that's never been fully broadcast before.
I got up middle of the night to go get something to drink from the kitchen, and I see movement outside of one of the windows. And I'm thinking, you know, you have a camcorder that has night shot on it. Why don't you set it up next time you see this, turn off all the lights, point it toward the window, and leave? That's what I did. Bam, there's flash one.
Wow.
It's outside. Flash 2 is amazing.
Wow, look at that.
Now watch right here.
No. What the hell is that?
It blinks, it moves its mouth. You can see its retinas are reflecting the infrared of the camera. Is it some guy in a mask? I can't tell you. And then I'll see it, and it'll notice me and duck down.
Fuck.
That's not human. You can tell it's not human. We call him Boo because he's playing peekaboo. We name all these guys. My wife thinks this is flippin' hilarious. Watch. Oh, what is that?
You were very camp there, Stan, yeah, but I can't get my head around that. Yep. At first, it does look like it's flat, you know, but then, yeah, you're right, and then
it starts moving,
yeah, and then you do see that. I don't know what I can't deal with that. I don't know how to deal with that, to be honest.
It gets even more bizarre. All right.
Can it get any more bizarre?
Trust me. You ready?
Give it to me.
Suddenly, it felt like I had a little sliver in my hip. Mm-hmm. I tried to pick it out, and I couldn't get to it, so I decided to go to the doctor. The doctor took an X-ray of it, and they said, "Oh, we see something, but we're not sure what it is." And I'm yelling at this guy. I said, "Look, it's coming out. You can touch it and feel it." When it comes out, I feel this static shock that literally makes my whole leg jump. And this object is fuzzy, white fuzz. As soon as it hits the oxygen, the fuzz starts to melt. We look at it, he says, "I've never seen anything like that." It had some kind of structure inside, you can see, but I didn't know what. And that's after I cleaned it up. I put it under black light, it turned orange. I shut off the black light, it stayed orange. Sent it off to the scientists. They sent it to, I think, Cal Berkeley. They found almost virus-sized or germ-sized computer chips in it in tiny little microscopic gears. When they looked at it, it was nothing we had. It looked like a cross between nano and biological, some kind of nanobiological organism. It gets even weirder. The scientists finally got surveillance cameras up. This is October 7th, 2003. This scared me the most.
Really? More than Boo?
Yeah, you'll see why.
Okay.
This was leaked to us. It's a top secret government document with my name on it.
And it says, Project Romanek.
Project Romanek.
Be advised, we expect Romanek to have a visitor soon. We will try our best not to miss it this time. We will follow up as things unfold. Air Intelligence Agency Division. I can understand why that's frightened you more than anything else. Yeah. Yeah, why do you feel... look, I'm looking at evidence. I can't... my brain is trying to compute what I've just seen there. And, why is that not splashed over every news channel all over the world? Why is it being just swept under the carpet?
Because they have... maybe they're afraid to lose control of the population. Maybe they're afraid that they're going to get mud in their face for lying about it so long.
All right. Thank you, Stan.
We'll see you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
See you soon.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed with my own eyes. Some of the shit he's shown me in there is unbelievable. He's got evidence of aliens poking their head round a fucking window and having a pipe at him. I don't know whether that geezer just walked back in his house and he's pissing himself at me. Him and his wife are going high five. Cole, we got him good. I just don't know whether I'm losing the plot, I'm going insane, I'm tired, I'm jet-lagged, and I'm just believing everything people are telling me, but I'm so excited about it. I can't tell you. My head is buzzing, I'm shaking, I'm shivering, I don't know. Since coming back from America, I've been thinking about what Stan told me, and as good as his evidence was, and some of it was brilliant, it's just some of it just don't stack up. The implant could be any old bit of plastic, really, The letters from the US government, I've only got his word for it that they are authentic. I wish I could have took some of that evidence home, studied it a little bit more. But this is what I struggle with. He's got an agent, right? And his agent wanted $50,000 for the footage, and that worries me a lot.
Truthfully though, I think this whole UFO business is getting under my skin. I'm hooked, and what I've discovered is UFO fever isn't just an American phenomenon.
Most of the government's early work on UFOs was secret or top secret. There were a number of reasons for this. One was that we thought we were looking at Soviet activity. The second reason was really that the Ministry of Defence is, as you would imagine and expect, an inherently secretive organisation. The Ministry of Defence receives more Freedom of Information Act requests on UFOs than any other subject, including the war in Iraq or Afghanistan. Those 12,000 sightings are, we know, only the tip of the iceberg. Many people who see a UFO won't report to anyone, either because they fear that they'll be ridiculed or they feel that they won't be believed. So when we talk about 12,000 reports in the MOD's archive, we can speculate with a reasonable degree of certainty that the real figure is certainly over 100,000.
I'm on my way to visit Wynne, the crop circle guy. Now, if there's anyone who fits the description of a UFO fanatic, it's this gentleman. He's been filming the skies above his house every single night for 15 years. I hope he's just going to show me the edited highlights.
Here he is, look at him. Such a mad cat, isn't he? Such a mad cat. How are you, son?
Welcome to Chateau d'Espair.
Lovely to see you, son. Lovely to see you. Quite, it's a bit remote, isn't it? So you sort of set cameras up every night on your property?
We stick them out here in the garden.
Every single night, yeah?
Every single night that I'm here.
Wow.
The cameras go out here.
Absolutely.
And they just run all night.
And you've caught some activity on these cameras?
I've caught a lot of things on these cameras over the last few years.
Brilliant. What's this number here?
That's a robotic tracking telescope.
A robotic tracking telescope?
It is indeed, sir.
Wow.
This is what I film the stuff on the moon with. This is what I sit and watch every morning, just watch stuff go by. There'll be 8 hours on each machine. We'll fast forward them back. That will take like an hour to watch through.
What, you just sit there, you just fast forward it?
Yeah, while you're working or having your breakfast and doing all that kind of stuff, making your phone calls, you're just watching it spooling through on both screens. So that's like 4 hours a day.
It takes like 4 hours.
So say 25 hours a week, week in, week out, 50 weeks of the year. It's a lot of work.
The thing is, you've got to look at the screen, no, because like you're saying you're having a bit of breakfast or whatever, it take you a while, you're going to miss something.
Yeah. I spent 6 months in house.
Personally, I prefer to watch Soccer AM whilst I'm having my toast, but Wynne's dedication has paid off.
If you watch this carefully, okay, you'll see there'll be a black disc, black triangle. We'll actually now try and push that out of the way. It's actually going to prod it. The most astounding bit of footage I've ever seen. So it's drawn back now, and it will actually move towards it. There we go, and that backs away. Actually backs away from it. You can see it pushing it.
Just like it, isn't it? Yeah.
It's pushing. That's kind of what you're after, isn't it?
Just, I mean, look at that.
Right, then I'll show you the moon disc now. And you just watch for the bottom left corner, and it'll go by in a second. There it goes. That's the baby. Now, whose is that?
And how fast was that going, to predict?
70 miles a second. That's 140 miles across there, and it's covered it in real time in 2 seconds.
Fuck me. Oh.
Wynne may have got the patience of a saint, but I want to see some alien activity tonight. I mean, what are you hoping we're going to see tonight?
The first thing we might spot are some balls of light flying around the field.
Okay.
They're usually a telltale.
And they're like an orb, are they?
They are like an orb, but sometimes quite a bit bigger. And then an event's occurring.
And then an event. Wow, that's what we want.
That would be good.
Chasing a dream, no, I never pick up the pen. Always assured, but I like it when we pretend.
Well, these are just 2 recorders. There's one for each camera, and we have 2 power supplies because we need double redundancy. Yeah. So we have independent power supplies, so if one gets hit, one might survive. And you may wonder why I'm using VHS rather than digital.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, old school. But...
These keep ticking.
Yeah.
When other stuff stops. Give me juice, baby.
My ever-changing goals.
You know it's dark now, but that's how that looks on the camera now.
Powerful cameras these on wing, right?
Yeah, these are powerful, completely weatherproof.
Oh, look at that, that's a proper little contraption we've got there, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the real deal. There'll be a colour one on the dash, in case anything happens to these.
It cost you a few quid, this gear you got here with?
Yeah, it's cost me well over 20 grand over the years in just
20 bags, yeah.
Cameras and kind of stuff.
I love it, look at it in there, look. He's on it, twitching away, he's got his eye on everything, 4 different cameras.
Is my bed for the night?
I'm not sure I'm up for all this hanging about, just waiting for something to happen. If aliens were on Twitter, we could ask them to come and say hello. After all, if it's true that they're sending messages down to Earth, surely they would be trying to communicate with us.
And in 1954, George King, who at that time was a taxi driver, claimed that he was contacted by telepathy by these advanced beings who inhabited Venus, Mars and various other planets in the solar system, who spoke to him via telepathy and said, prepare yourself, you are about to, you've been called to take your place in the Interplanetary Parliament. And from that point onwards, he started to receive telepathic messages, and he actually began channeling these messages through his own voice.
Now, who is going to speak through you this evening, if you can get in touch?
Intelligence from the planet Venus, who we call Ethereus.
Right. Will you now try to go into a trance for us?
I will try. Good evening.
Good evening.
My dear friend.
Your name is?
I am known as Ethereus.
You could be from Venus. I could be from
We're saying that the Star of Bethlehem was a UFO. Absolutely, definitely. We're also saying that UFOs are reported in different ways in many parts of the Bible, the Holy Bible. In Operation Prayer Power, everybody comes together. We have a prayer team who are approaching the battery, putting their hand up against the aperture of that battery. Everyone is using the mantra to send energy through them while they pray. This is where we have direct cooperation with beings from other planets.
are the planetary ones.
That energy is stored in that battery, and then later on, of course, we can use that to bring healing and peace to the world.
And wondrous glory, His divine heritage.
I think communicating with aliens for the good of humanity is fantastic, but I wonder if getting in touch with that lot up there could increase my chances of seeing some hard evidence. I've had a call from Phil in Shropshire. He's hoping to start up an intergalactic powwow tonight.
Phil, it's probably safe to say, is obsessed with the
idea of aliens, with the idea of, you know, people from other planets, you know, making contact with us. So what he does is he goes to the top of a hill, another hill. There's always hills involved, I don't know why. But he's going to go to the top of a hill with some friends of his, people I think that claim to have been abducted, and he's going to try and make contact. You know, let's see what happens. Maybe tonight's the night.
I finally gave myself a time to see you. I finally gave myself a time to see you for a while.
What we try and do is to try and create some sort of interaction by telepathic communication, or even sending out a request signal to anything that's possibly in this area. On the tape is a recording from a number of people who have had experiences with some of these races, and they're going to talk in their language and ask and request for an interaction.
Just a tiny little, just something, just anything, just a sign.
What it is, any sort of presentation. I mean, it could be that something's actually seen, a craft or some object presents itself, orbs or whatever.
He's got a dictaphone with a tape, and he's putting it up against some sort of CB radio, and he's putting a message out there. I mean, this could be absolute genius, real, or a complete load of bollocks. And you never quite know. Until I have an experience myself, I'm never going to know.
Just put the tape on.
It looks quite eerie out there anyway, doesn't it? They all look like spaceships, man, and clouds, don't they? Don't they? Never seen clouds like that before. People watching this, I think he's a complete, absolute, raving lunatic. But is he? That's what's open for debate. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm standing on an hill, 10 o'clock at night, freezing my bollocks off. You know? Because I believe something in it, I do. We've come up here on a really clear night. We're trying to make contact now and saying, right, boom, we're here. We've got a young cockney who wants to believe, wants to get involved. But they, you know, nothing. Not a fucking thing. And I want to believe so much. I keep thinking I'm seeing things, but I'm not. Am I going mad myself? Am I going insane? I don't know.
You can come out 100 times and see nothing, but maybe the next one you can. By the end of the day, it's not really dark enough, and at the end of it could be something could come along later on. So we'll stay and keep a watch for a while.
Phil.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Phil's a lovely, lovely man. I think he's trying to do the right thing for humanity, which, you know, he's a strange-looking superhero, but, you know, in my eyes, he is a bit of a superhero, you know. I think there should be a lot more people like him. I think the government should give him a few quid to do his bit of, you know, his experiments, and why not? You know, because there's definitely strange things going on out there, unexplainable things, and he believes that very soon they're going to land and they're going to show themselves to us, and I don't know what he's going to do then. Once they all come down and start shaking everyone's hand, you know, and they probably blank Phil. That'll be the irony. I just need some sort of proof now. I need something. I need something. I need to see something that's going to, you know, get me excited again.
The more you ignore me, the closer I get. You're wasting your time. The more you ignore me, the closer I get. You're wasting your time.
I'm near the end of my journey, but I still haven't witnessed a real-life UFO. I've come back to America to visit the UFO believers' holy shrine. It was just above that mountain over there that the first ever flying saucer was seen. This is like a pilgrimage for me. It's my last chance to prove that everything I want to believe is true.
We're on our way to go and see a guy called James Gilliland, who basically owns a UFO research centre a couple of hours away from Portland. I'm hoping it's going to be quite a hippie, sort of a hippie feel to it, you know what I mean? Free love and all that, and everyone just sort of sitting around talking and, you know, being generally nice. I don't know what he's going to make of a Cockney. You never know what Americans make of, you know, Cockneys. They a Cockney in a pink shirt and all, you know, going for the Essex boy look, you know. Hopefully I'm going to have a real bond up with them and just spend the night with them and, you know, the idea is I'll see something, you know. So I'm just going to be looking at them stars all night.
James's ranch is a magnet for true UFO fanatics. There's been more sightings here than anywhere else in the world. Even Robbie's been known to drop by.
James, I'm Danny.
Danny, welcome to He City.
Thanks for having me. What a beautiful place.
Oh, I love it here.
I mean, look at that there, look.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing, that is.
It's like the field of dreams where all the paranormal activity happens and you come out and watch the UFOs.
Really?
Come and buzz us on a regular basis.
Well, this is my mission. I just want to see one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I want to believe.
Yeah, you'll see one tonight, I'm sure.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I've been struggling, man. I've been running around for nearly 2 weeks, nothing. So you think you're that confident?
No, yeah, you'll see something. This mountain right here, at the very center of that mountain, there's a huge light, and it's like a door that opens up, and things come out of it. And then they go in and out of the mountain right here, and we have all that on film. We have the door opening and just all kinds of phenomenon happening.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's a perfect spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
I was just going to say, you're probably feeling the energy, because you feel the energy before you see them. This is a really high-energy vortex area here. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to react to it, you know, because it's something I've been wanting to see since I was a kid. And do you think you really have to believe to have an encounter? Because some people I've spoke to never really believed, and then they had an experience, and then they became quite obsessed with it.
Well, you know, science has proven that you actually see with your brain.
Yeah.
That your eyes are picking up billions of bits of information. Your brain chooses out of that information what is going to be helpful for you or what you can use in your reality. And so it's really wrong to say, I'll see it, I'll believe it when I see it. It's better to say, you know, I'm just open to the experience, anything's possible, and allow the universe to teach you.
James's preparation for a night of UFO watching is a little more complicated than packing a few sarnies. If I want to see something spectacular, I've got to open my mind to the powers of the universe.
I don't really know what to expect with this, but I don't want to something I've never done before. These are obviously old hat at it, they're old pros, and I don't want to mug myself off really, but I suppose the whole idea of it is letting yourself go, isn't it, and not feeling embarrassed about things. So bring it on, let's get all spiritual, as they say.
Okay, so let's start with the 5 element postures. Everybody's going to stand up. Hands come up and out to the side.
I'm gonna go.
Hey, right on, man.
Thank you. We had a good experience there.
I haven't felt this popular in a long time.
Thank you so much.
But I'm not entirely convinced that meditating will bring on those spaceships.
I feel very, very strange. I feel a bit pissed and a bit... I don't know, I can't explain it. I don't know whether it's... I don't know whether I could totally let go because of what other people were doing. It was sort of put me off a little bit. I was crying and like shaking and all that, but Something's happened to me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it's all about. I don't know. This is going to the other level of the whole UFO thing. For me, when I first started this job, it was about looking up in the sky and seeing a spaceship. You know, that's what it's about. Are there UFOs? This is about, you know, having to open yourself up spiritually to be able to be in touch with them. And you go into yourself because obviously you've got to hold these positions and all you've got is your brain and your fucking thoughts. And for me, it's not necessarily a good thing.
UFO. Hello. UFO. Hello.
I love the idea of having a bit of land. We can do what you want with it, right? This is his plot. He's got his ranch. So he likes to look at the sky, so he's built a little tower.
They come in peace. We stay in war.
That is awkward.
We like to get drunk and fight each other in bars and all.
Here you go. So here we are in America. And look at this plot here, look at this. Believe you me, that ain't a set. The BBC wouldn't pay for no set, mate. We've come full circle back to when the first flying saucer was spotted. Hopefully this ain't going to be the last. Beer. It's a celebration, isn't it?
See, you can see. See, with the naked eye, you can't really see anything up there.
No.
And with this, I just keep scanning.
Yeah.
And same thing with your night vision. Between the two of us, we should be seeing something.
Yeah, up there.
Whereabouts?
That's a bright one. See it? If you look through it up there, straight ahead. Yeah, where's the laser point?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Well, get on that.
Got him.
Is that one?
I got him, yeah. That is, we got him.
Is that it?
That's it. Hey guys, check it out. It's coming in from the south, towards the mountain.
Fucking hell, that's massive, isn't it? Where's it going?
Going over towards the mountain. Oh, look, another one. This one just powered up right underneath him and took off. See, you have this one and this one? He just took off right underneath it.
Oh, yeah. Got it, yeah.
Did you guys see it power up?
Yeah.
See it? Oh, man, it was huge.
It's like having a UFO overdose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was my first hit's like a massive one.
Yeah. I think we'll have some more.
Oh, look at the mountain. Look at the mountain. Look at the mountain.
We got a light on the mountain. See it? Oh, here it goes. Whoa, look at that.
That is bright.
Look at that. Look at how bright that is.
What is that?
Look at that. It's actually a doorway to the inner earth, and the ships come in and out of it. And what's strange is we see things going in and out of the mountain all the time, but if you go up there, there's just a huge lava face there. There's nothing there.
Whoa.
What was that?
Whoa.
Did you do a line?
Nah, I didn't do a line, just massive flash.
That was the big flash that kind of like line, huh?
Yeah, look, there's again, there it goes.
Sometimes you see more.
I've seen about 4 or 5, I can't believe it.
Not too bad. The mountain actually up in the sky.
Don't know what to do with myself. I've got one here, look.
Wow.
Right around here. Is that not one there, maybe? It's like a red colour.
Look at that. Look at that on this. Oh, look at that.
Wow. I've done it. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's unbelievable, isn't it? That is a fucking UFO. That is a fucking UFO. So I did it. I saw an unidentified flying object. Now, I know you cynics out there are going to say it was a meteor, it was a space station, it was a satellite, you know, but for me, it was a UFO. And it was a magical experience. And no one can take that away from me. I think the one thing I've learned on the course of this journey is where there's belief, there's hope. And that's the one thing that keeps all these guys going. And I hope that one day, in my heart of hearts, they'll all be proved right.
It's a long, dark road that I call my home. It's a long, dark road that I'm cursed to roam. These many nights I've been banished here. My companion is the stars, with a bedroll and a blanket, and just the rocks to lay my bones. One day, from the darkness, I'll come rapping at your door, and I'll never...
Former supermodel Jodie Kidd examines the power behind alternative therapy in I Believe in Miracles next Tuesday at 9. Next tonight on BBC Three, there's another chance to see tonight's EastEnders.